Hello, everyone. I am Laura Riley. I am the CEO of Cloud Underground, and I am here today to talk to you about one of the tools that I use on a regular basis in Underground Nexus, which is WordPress. You're probably used to seeing Jordan here on Mondays and Thursdays. He is taking a little break today, and he'll be back on Thursday with a continuation of the series that he's been working on of showing some other tools in Underground Nexus. But I'm going to show you today WordPress, which is another tool that we've built into Underground Nexus. Well, why would you want to use WordPress? I think the number one reason is security. When you build a website with WordPress, you're actually opening yourself up to a lot of vulnerability because, 40% of websites on the internet are built in WordPress. So it's just low hanging fruit essentially. And, it's like the same reason that Windows are more prone to being attacked um, than Macs is just because of like a lot more people use PCs than Apple. So it's just easier to access, and that you're going to be able to get more people that way. So even we have on occasion had issues with WordPress. So security, if you build your WordPress in the Nexus, and of course that was before we had a Nexus based WordPress site. Once you build your site in the Underground Nexus, you're basically you're closing yourself off because it's all containerized essentially. You can self-host your Underground Nexus because your website can be hosted in Underground Nexus, and you can host your Underground Nexus wherever you want, either in bare metal or public cloud or whatever. You have built-in security right away. So that's what we're going to talk about today: how to build a WordPress site. Super exciting stuff. So let's switch views a little bit. And I'm going to show you the WordPress site that we have built in to the Underground Nexus. So this Nexus Git-BIOS control panel is essentially a deep website that you can only access from an Underground Nexus environment. And it's got basically all the resources that you need to use while you're using Underground Nexus. These are all the built-in tools, so you can just click these links to get right into them. And we have quick references, all of this information. And so this is a secondary reason to build a WordPress site in Underground Nexus is you can build a really cool like deep website like we've done. So you can put resources for your employees. If you have developers in Underground Nexus environments, you can have them all access the shared, the same deep web with resources or whatever helpful links. A wiki, you can kind of do whatever you want with your WordPress site. You guys all know how a content management system or website works. So anyway, I guess another reason, well, yeah, I think those are two great reasons. Another reason you can build a website in Underground Nexus is if you want to just kind of get to know WordPress. If you've never used WordPress before and you want to build your own website, if you want to host your own website and learn about these things, this is a great way to get started. Of course, the Underground Nexus is free and open source, so you can get started and start using it on any hardware that you have, essentially. So it's a great way to, it's a very low barrier to entry for anyone looking to get started building websites. So let's take a look at this website. So if you want to get your hands dirty and just like have fun, and you've never used WordPress before and you want to play with our website, you can do that. Let's see. So we can go to the WordPress admin here. It's going to pop open our admin site. And then we're going to be able to see the back end of what this all looks like here. So log in. Oh, this might be the wrong. No, this should work. This should be the right one. It's taking a long time, which usually is a sign that things are working. All right, so here we are. So if you want to play around with the Underground Next or the Underground Ops site, this is how you do it. So you can go to just the editor here, go to Appearance and Editor. And here you are. This is the site. You can click into these boxes. You can change things. You can add your own HTML if you want. There's a few sites where I've added some, or a few places on this where we've added some custom HTML. You can add links. You can change it around. The main thing you're going to want to know is, of course, if you do this, any changes that you make are going to automatically reset when your Nexus automatically updates once a week. And if your Nexus is not automatically updating once a week, or if you make some changes that break everything and you just want to like reset it all, you can just run an update and it'll go back to this default site if you've been playing around in the back end. So maybe one thing you can do just to ensure that you're not if your whole website is down and you can't access this is I would recommend that you grab the update command here and just like paste this somewhere outside of your Nexus environment. Or outside of this, page. It can be in your Nexus somewhere as long as you know where it is off of this page. So if you do break it, you can always just update it and it'll all come back to the way it was. So there you go. So that's one thing you can do. The other thing you can do is you can make a whole new website here in the Underground Nexus. So I'm going to show you how to do that next. Okay, so let's get out of all this. Well, we can leave that for now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is you're going to want to build a repository with GitKraken. So, of course, you can get to GitKraken from our menu, pop that open. If you haven't opened GitKraken before, it's going to ask you for some login information. You can just put whatever you want. It all, again, just will live in this environment and like all be saved here. So, yeah, don't worry about too much. And you can create a repository. The other thing you're going to want to do is kind of create a centralized folder for your repositories to live in. And the best place to do that is in your ABC home folder. This is going to give you the permissions that you need to create a repositories folder. So you're going to want to click into here. Let's see. Oh, got a few things opening here. Oh, I must have clicked it twice. Click into here, and then we're going to, here's GitKraken opening up again. You can see that I already made a repositories folder in this ABC home, which then opens you up into like this config directory, and that's where you're going to want to be. So you can right click and then do create folder, and then just call it whatever you want. I kind of don't want to do that, so we'll just, yeah. So I called mine repositories, and then we can, I think, go into GitKraken, and then we can, oh gosh, I saw this earlier. I think we can add a new tab, and then go to like create a repo, start a local repo. And it's already got my folder in here because I already had demoed one or tested this out a little earlier. But if you can't find your repositories folder, you can just browse and find it. And then we'll call this one our fun. Oops. Our fun. Oh, my finger's on the wrong row. No wonder that's not working. Fun new site. Cool. And then just say create repository. And then we're going to open that up. And here it is. Fun new site. There it is. We made it. So now we know where it lives for our next step. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the Nexus bucket. Click into the Underground Nexus. And we're going to clone our WordPress YAML file that we have for our existing undergroundops.me WordPress site. So we're not gonna recreate any wheels. We're just gonna use what's already in the Nexus. We're just gonna copy that, go to our new site here, paste it in. All right, then in GitKraken, we're gonna see that we've made a change. We added this new file, added WordPress file, stage it, commit, and there it is. Okay. So now what we can do is we can edit this file. So I think that's the next thing that we want to do. Let's just double check my my guide that I wrote for myself here. Okay. Yeah, I think what's next. Next, we just get into editing this file. So what we want to change here is the domain name. So this is where you can build your own site. If you want, you can even create a subdomain on the existing undergroundops.me site. So let's make this editable. And then, so let's find Control F, underground. Okay, because there's not a ton of those and we can navigate through them to the, oops, I missed that one. Okay, undergroundops.me. So you can change this to whatever you want. You can get your own, you can purchase a URL from a domain name provider and put your domain name here and build your own website out. However you want to do it. So, or you can, again, you can just keep it as like a deep web, like by adding a subdomain to this underground-ops.me site if you're just trying to test and play around. But what I'm going to do is just do for fun, we'll just make it example.com. And everywhere we have this URL, we're going to change it to example.com. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Cool. And then we can save it. We want to view the change, stage the change, update. I cannot type today. Updated URL, commit the change. And okay. The next step is we're going to go back to Firefox, which I think is still open down here. We're going to go to the pie hole. And we're going to add the domain and the IP address. So I actually already did this for another example site. And so I'm just going to leave it how it is. But I will let you know that I pulled this IP address. If we go over to Portainer and services, I think, wait, where did I get that from? Oh, actually, it's from, if you go to, where is that? Networks. And I used this single node default IP address. And part of the reason I did that is because it's got SIM and security monitoring built in, because that's where Waza lives. So Waza, yeah, that's where that lives. I should also say, if you're talking to me on either YouTube or on LinkedIn, I should monitor the chat a little better. I will kind of hop over there and just see if anyone has chatted with me. Okay, cool. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you guys have any questions or, want to know anything about what I'm doing, I will do my best to answer. Let me hop on over to the YouTubes real fast too. Cool. Yeah, once again, thanks everyone for tuning in and for being here and watching another one of our evening Underground Nexus demo streams. So you can learn all of the things that you can do with the Underground Nexus. So much. Okay, so anyway, back to our WordPress adventuring. Okay, so again, sorry, that was like right in the middle of stuff. So let's go back to this. So this is the IP address that I used. I got this IP address from this single node, again, because it's got Simmons security built into it because that's where Waza lives. Okay, we said that. Okay, and then we're going to go into the terminal. That's our next move. So open your terminal. Okay. And now we are going to get a little codey. We'll see how this goes for me. I think we can do this. Okay. We need to navigate to that repositories folder that we just made. So we're going to go cd repositories. And then we're going to go ls to see what's in it. Okay, and there we can see we have the fun new site. The test website was the one I built before. Fun new site's the one we're working on right now. So, and that just shows that you can, you know, kind of have multiple sites that you have like in development. The one thing I will say about that is you can only have one WordPress site turned on in the Underground Nexus at a time. I'm going to show you a little bit more about that in a minute, but yeah, so fun. And then actually you can hit tab and it should autofill it. And then we're going to go into there. Oh, I meant to do CD, sorry. My bad. Fun tab. Okay. All right, so now we're in that directory. Okay, and then we have a nice little bit of code that we're going to paste in here. So let me paste it in, and then, so we're going to paste it in here. And this allows us to kind of paste between our like desktop environment and our like virtual Nexus environment. Works pretty well. Just like an extra step in your pasting process. And then we're going to run this. And it's going to make our new WordPress database site. And we can check that out and kind of monitor it here in Portainer. So let's go to the services and see what's going on. And there it is. There's the first part of it. Fun new site database. We can see over here in the terminal that it's still working. It's not done yet. And we can also see that that's reflected over here. We only have half of it. We have the database, but then we should also have the WordPress like we do here. So there you go. Happening. Good stuff. There's another helpful line of code. You know what? Maybe I'll paste this into the chat so you guys can have this. Paste. So this is the code that we just ran. And though, of course, the fun new site part, you can replace that name with like whatever you want. And that's what it's going to just tack on like the _DB and the _WordPress automatically. So you just tell it what name you want and it'll just make the conventions. Okay, so it looks like that finished. Awesome. Okay, let's see what's next. What's next? Okay. I think we're doing good, guys. We're almost there. We're cruising right along. Okay, then the next step is, like I was saying before, we can only have one WordPress site working in the Underground Nexus at a time. So we need to go to our services, and you'll see here that in our scheduling mode, we have like 1 of 1 going. So that says we have, you know, we can have one WordPress site, and this is the one that we want to go. So perfect. Good stuff there. But we need to make sure we turn off the Underground WordPress databases. So I can kind of show this a little easier. So you're going to hit this, and just make it 0. And then the little check mark makes it so. And we're going to do the same thing here with the WordPress. Save that. There you go. That is turned off. So you can come over here if you refresh this page. Let's just see what happens. Oh, nothing. Okay. So now this is turned off and it's not going to work. So that's fine. That's what we expect. Now we're going to go to our new website and hopefully it works. Example.com. Okay. So let's just see what happens. Accept the risk and continue. And give it a second. This takes a moment, but this is the exciting stuff happening, guys. There's lots of good behind the scene action that is going on so that we can build an amazing WordPress website. You know, there is a reason why WordPress also is just like so widely used. It's just, oh, here we are, it's done, we have it. It's just so widely supported. There's so many plugins. It's so easy to customize your WordPress website. It's so easy to like build a very affordable WordPress website. So yeah, you know, it makes sense. So here we go. We can call it whatever we want. We're going to call it fun new site. And we'll do admin. And sure, it can give me that password. Actually, maybe I'll put something else. Some other password that you guys can't see. Oops. It's kind of weak, but it's just this is just an Underground Nexus. I'm not worried. We're building this in the Underground Nexus. This is not a real website. And we'll just put that in and install WordPress. Here we go, guys. And we can save that password. Sure. For our fun new site. Okay. WordPress is installing. This is so exciting. Here you go, guys. This is it. We're virtually there. We're almost to our website backend in WordPress. And then you can see the front end as well. Okay, so log in. Here we go. Here we go. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Very exciting stuff. Okay. Here we go. Lots of waiting when you're doing like coding things in your streams. I guess you got to be prepared for, you know, lots of chatting, which I feel like NATO and Jordan are a little better than me. But here we are. We're logging in. And yeah, I do think that Underground Nexus is an amazing, you know, website environment. And at the end of this, I am going to give you guys some resources for how you can actually host a website, not just like a deep web environment, but how you can then push your website that you've built in the Underground Nexus to the World Wide Web. It is possible. You can do it. And I'm actually working on my own website for a side project that I am hoping to, or that I'm going to be hosting in the Underground Nexus. And I'm excited about that. It's a super secure way to host your website. So highly recommended. Oh, things are happening. Here we are. This is it. This is your WordPress dashboard. If you've never been in WordPress before, again, like you can try it out in the undergroundops.me site. You can just log in with the credentials on that page as it is, or you can build your own site like I did. And this is how you do it. You can customize your theme, change your pages, build a home page, write a blog, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. This is how you can build your website. You can also do e-commerce sites with WordPress using WooCommerce. That's like the native e-commerce plugin. I've never really used it, honestly, but I'm sure it's great. So I don't know. you can go out and do your own research on that if that's something you're interested in. So it's yeah, there you go. There you go. That's your WordPress website hosted in the Underground Nexus. Okay, so as promised, I said I was going to give everyone some resources. Let me just double check my notes here, make sure we got through it all. Oh yeah, okay, a couple of other things. Let's see. Let's just go and see what this looks like for one. Now that we have WordPress installed. Of course, we haven't customized it at all. So it's just like the default theme, the default blah, 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 all the default text, which is just placeholder stuff. But here you go. This is your lovely mind-blown blog about philosophy. Ooh, I love this button color. Yeah. Okay. You guys know I'm all about the neon here at Cloud Underground. Yeah, so there you go. That's how you do it. You can pick other themes. You can add plugins. You can, again, write a blog, do whatever, build a whole website out for your business or for your side project or for yourself. You could build a portfolio for your work. You can have links to all of your GitHub stuff. There's probably even a way to embed some of that content onto a WordPress website. Stuff you could look into. There's, again, like I said, plugins for virtually everything in WordPress. And as long as you're hosting it in Underground Nexus, you don't have to worry so much about the vulnerability of a lot of those things. So yeah, it's great things to keep in mind. Security built in with Underground Nexus. Yes. That's Cloud Underground for you. Okay, what else? Okay, so now we're going to show you one final thing, which is, okay, you have built your website and your Underground Nexus is inevitably going to like update, or, you know, maybe something happens and it breaks and you've been working on it for weeks. Let's prevent that from happening. Let's do backups. Let's learn how to back up our website. So what we need to do is we need to go to our host environment where we have like the Docker running where the Underground Nexus is, hosted. So I'm going to hop on over there. Oopsies. Okay. Let's, RDP back into it. I think I know the code in this one. Yes. Okay. So what you want to do is you're going to just go to Docker. Okay, thing, I don't care. We're going to go to Docker. Then we're going to go to volumes. Go to the Underground Nexus data. Looking at the data here. And then we're going to click on this data tab. And this is all going to load. What's happening over here? Is this all still working? I think so. Yeah, okay. Give it a moment. Let this think for a moment. Docker can be a little finicky at times. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. It's just running a lot. There's a lot going on this computer with this Nexus, so. What we are looking for is our fun new site database data. There it is. So you can just right click here on the data folder and save as and back it up wherever you want to put it. Put it on your desktop if you want. And we can call it like your backup data. I should probably put like fun new site backup data. Oh, haha. Cool. Oh no, that wasn't a I thought I made a typo because it's like fun new. There's so many letters like grouped together there. Anyway, fun new data save. And there it is. There's our backup for all of our data for our website. And, you know, of course, if you wanted to kind of just, I think you can probably just save different pieces of this if you want. But that's kind of up to you. I would just save that whole data folder just to be safe. And the last goodie that we're going to give you guys today is, okay, so you've built a magnificent website. It's all backed up. You want it to go to the World Wide Web. You've gone and like you've purchased your domain name. You're ready. You're ready to go. How do you get this Nexus hosted, this Nexus based WordPress website onto the web? Well, there's this lovely guide here from Cloudflare on exactly how to do just that. So I'm going to drop this all into the chats for you guys as well. And yeah, you can go do some more research and learn a little bit more about how you can do that. Very exciting stuff. And honestly, it's super cool. I mean, I think everyone should learn how to build a website, especially in this day and age. So if you don't have a website, then go build one in the Underground Nexus. Build a test site. You can change it up all the time. You can edit it, and of course, if it is on the World Wide Web, changing it up all the time does kind of affect it can affect your SEO if you're like drastically changing all of your copy or whatever. But you can change up the look and the feel and like the themes and the templates, and yeah, you can get creative with it, and you can sandbox it all in the Underground Nexus, and then when you're ready, you can push it all out to the World Wide Web using a guide like this from Cloudflare. There you go. So yeah, I just want to say thanks everyone for joining me this evening on this exciting adventure through the WordPress of Underground Nexus. Yes, you can build a WordPress website in Underground Nexus in under an hour. I'm not entirely sure how long I've been live. I would say maybe like 40 minutes. I don't know. 30 minutes maybe? Half an hour. It'll take you half an hour. There you go. It'll take you slightly longer if you haven't already set up an Underground Nexus. And if you haven't done that, there is a link in the description for how to do just that. So you can go set up your Underground Nexus and build your WordPress website. I hope everyone goes out and does that, and send us links to your website. Only safe ones though. Well, if you send me a link, I'll probably only click it in the Underground Nexus anyway, where security is built in. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and come back on Thursday. Jordan will be live streaming again, and you will see the continuation of his series. Sorry, I'm not playing Terraria. I know it's not as exciting when there's not Terraria at the end, but yeah, I think you can catch us tomorrow for some Final Fantasy live streaming. I think we're going to be doing. So come back, tune in. Teaser. We'll see you then.